What's good, YouTube? It's your dude, Darryl K.
And I'm Quinn.
You already know what it is. Baltimore, Maryland, Collector's Corner. Coolest store on the planet.
Yep, that's right. That's right. We got a lot of awesome stuff for you guys
Yeah,
today.
man. You know, you got your Marvel. I got my DC. Jake's got the movie reviews. Allie got the indie reviews. And we got an awesome group discussion for y'all today, guys. I mean, we got a lot of likes. I want to shout out y'all for the last episode when Allie B came back. That's an awesome thing. But I don't know if it meant that y'all like Allie more than me or if that was just a good episode.
I think it's more about Allie.
Well, anyway, Allie B's here too, so guys, don't turn away if you're mad that I'm back. But it's Darryl K Says, so let's get it started. What you got, Quinn?
Alright, so today I actually have a kind of underlying theme, but we're going to leave that for the review. But I do have Avengers World, which is a brand new book by Jonathan Hickman and Nick Spencer.
And
I also have Peter David doing the new XFactor, so I'm really excited about that. And what do you have for us today?
Little old school, little Brave and the Bold style for you. Green Lantern and Flash, yeah, man, you already know. Got my man John Stewart, got my man Barry. You already know what's about to go down.
Yeah, so I guess I'll get started on this week's episode. I'm going to start with XFactor. I think it's going to be a little different. So
XFactor's okay.
Basically, I've never read anything XFactor, and Peter David does such a great job on this book. Basically, what this is a new team. Basically, as it says on the cover, Serval Industries is a new brand name, basically. And what they want to do is they want to corporatize the superhero world. So how they do that is they come up with a new XFactor led by Polaris and Gambit. And basically what they do is their whole underlying theme is to pretty much save the world.
Okay.
Kind of same thing as Avengers. And speaking of Avengers...
technically, isn't all XFactor supposed to save the world in some way?
Yes, but this was a more corporatized one. Basically, they answer to a certain corporation.
Because I remember they got like wasn't like one of the original XFactor teams supposed to like hunt mutants.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, what this is this new company called Serval Industries basically wants to corporatize them and make them into their kind of own private kind of thing. Basically, they're going out and basically what this issue is about. And I'm really glad that they actually had some kind of conflict in this issue. That's what some first appearances really lack. This actually starts you off with AIM has actually captured a mutant, and basically they're supposed to go out and go to AIM Island to recruit this person and save them from AIM.
That's awesome.
So basically what they're doing is they're experimenting on mutants, much like the Purifiers used to do.
That's awesome.
To try to unlock the key to the mutant gene. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of AIM, I guess I can go on to my next one. Basically, anyway, to wrap this issue up, I should say, I think I would give this a 4 out of 5. I don't know if this is something that I would read on average if I wasn't just reading it for a review. But this was a really fun comic. I feel like I'm per se not an XFactor fan.
Honestly,
I feel like it's a fun.
I would read this guy just because Gambit and Polaris is there. I mean, Gambit's awesome. I gotta see more of Gambit. Polaris, I love Polaris. He's just
and it's got Quicksilver in it. I mean...
Oh my god, the poor man's Flash. Get him out of here. Nobody wants to read about Quicksilver. 4
out of 5, guys. This is a really fun comic.
Guys, y'all guys know that nobody cares about Magneto's son. They only care about his daughters. Okay?
And speaking of AIM, they also make another debut and another #1 this week in Avengers World. Basically what this is Jonathan Hickman's love letter to his Avengers that he is now well established. And this gives him a little more free reign to give a character-specific story to these people. So this issue mostly focuses on the new Hand, led by Gorgon, who's also part of AIM.
I like the Hand.
And basically, Shang-Chi goes to, Madripoor.
Yeah.
Which is another tie to the X-Men, and basically Madripoor is the capital of the Hand underworld. Right. And basically,
so I'm guessing Daredevil's not there anymore, right?
No, Daredevil's no longer there. He's kind of trying to redeem himself after Shadowland and everything like that.
Cool.
So basically, Gorgon's taken over the Hand. Shang-Chi's not so crazy about that. And so this story is more focused on Shang-Chi, and also this also marks basically what they said that the Avengers are now in some kind of alliance with S.H.I.E.L.D. now, trying to keep them on better terms.
Awesome.
So this is the first time that S.H.I.E.L.D.'s been working with the Avengers exclusively probably since Avengers Disassembled, when everything kind of fell apart with them.
Right. And excluding Earth-Mighty's Heroes.
Right. So this issue was really fun. It's a really good #1. I feel like Marvel's really kind of getting their heads in the game with the all-new Marvel Now, which has just started this week. And I really have to say I was really happy with this.
Okay.
Of course, as Darryl said, I am a really big Jonathan Hickman fan.
Yeah, Hickman. Yeah,
and
you love Hickman.
He's been doing such a great job, and even though he didn't get to finish his Fantastic Four run, you can definitely see some elements in this, which is what I really enjoy. So I have to give this book again a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Everything that I read from both Marvel and DC this week was really good. So
yeah, I mean, it's been honestly, it's been a good start to 2014
it has,
so far.
It has. It was a really big
Comic
week
book
on
wise.
comics,
Yeah.
and I guess speaking of DC, I guess we should move on to your reviews.
Hey, yeah, man.
So
What's
what do
wrong
you got for us first?
you know, I gotta say my boy for second. Second's the best. So let's get to my other boy. Let's get to my boy, Green Lantern Corps, John Stewart. Now, guys, before I even go into this review, you know me. I love superheroes. I love DC, but most solely, like I like to say all the time, that I love black superheroes. And John Stewart became a popular character from the cartoon of Justice League. But what I used to tell a lot of people that used to hop on the John Stewart train from the cartoon is that John Stewart is actually pretty boring in the comics. Like,
Yeah,
John
he is.
Stewart has not really had a lot of interesting stories, honestly.
Right.
It hurts me to say that.
No, I
but
feel
he
like
doesn't.
in the modern age, I feel like they've been actually kind of trying to
Yeah,
redeem him.
they've been trying to redeem him, and this is why I felt like I should pick this up. This is a great John Stewart book right here, okay? Green Lantern issue 26, and it still actually has my boy on it, Van Jensen, because he's doing a fantastic job on this. Basically, what I want to talk about is, as you can see, John Stewart and how he's fighting this. Now, just to go back, if you're not caught up with Green Lantern, Relic, or whatever, it blew up Owo, and then it's done. Owo's gone.
Right.
And, you know, Hal's in charge of the corps. He's the leader now, so they all went to go take reference on Mongo, the Green Lantern planet. Yeah, Mongo, same thing. Mongo logo, you know what I mean. The Green Lantern planet thing with the big Green Lantern ring inside the Earth's core, the planet core or whatever.
Yep.
But they're there, they're taking refuge there. And basically, Hal was letting John know his plan and everything, and John's kind of just listening to Hal, like, Hal, that sounds pretty dumb. I think we need to focus on rebuilding Oa and stuff, and Hal's kind of just like, no, I don't know.
I see, Hal's not really leadership material.
Yeah, he's really not.
He kind of just handed it to him. Like,
and that's basically what John Stewart was saying. You're not fit to be a leader. You shouldn't be the leader. And Hal's like, you're right. I honestly didn't want this or whatever. They just gave it to me. And John was just basically like angry. I mean, they got into a little tussle or whatever. As you can see, John Stewart, you know, popped Hal. Hal wised up, start listening to John. And by the end of the comic, you actually get to see John Stewart start to recreate Oa, because, you know, John Stewart is an architect. Besides a former Marine, he is an architect. So he's good at designing things. So they put him in charge to start doing the new Oa on Mogo. So, which I think is kind of cool, because actually, what people forget about being a planet that's a Green Lantern is that he actually controls the whole planet. And the power and he's able to make things at a faster rate than any planet would take a while to make. So he's actually already made the lantern ring. And that's pretty cool. The big lantern thing that's in the middle of Oa, the center battery, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the central battery.
Yeah, the central battery. He already made it there on his planet. And I think that's pretty cool that Mongo's probably about to be the new Oa. So I would get this book definitely a 4 out of 5. It was a good read.
It was.
If you're a John Stewart fan, definitely get into Green Lantern Corps. I know I haven't done a lot of reviews for them. Corn Ashley's been hitting Green Lantern more than me so far, but John Stewart, Green Lantern Corps, I definitely recommend it. He's good. Like, they're doing him good so far. New 52. Actually, New 52, they've been doing all the Green Lanterns justice so far. Surprisingly,
and they're giving all of the they're giving all of the different Green Lanterns from Earth their own book now.
Yeah,
so you have
so
Hal and Red
cool.
Lanterns and things like that.
Yeah,
so.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yep.
Let's get to my boy.
Fastest man alive.
The best superhero ever created, The Flash. Okay, so let's talk about Flash. As you know, the last time I did a Flash comic, he was in Gotham. I did a year zero thing. That was a great comic or whatever. This comic picks back up after he just got done with defeating Reverse Flash.
Right.
Spoiler, if you didn't finish reading it, I'm about to catch you up. Reverse Flash actually turned out to be Owl's Rest's brother, which was pretty cool. The girl that he loves, brother, is now the new Reverse Flash.
Okay.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, Spitfire is basically just the first villain Flash is getting into after because at the end of the comic when he got them defeating Reverse Flash, it was a plane crashing, and basically Spitfire's the one crashing the plane. This comic is so fun. This is a good old 1970, 1980 Flash comic. A lot of running, a lot of beautiful artwork. I always have to give it to the art. The art in this Flash comics has just been amazing. Like, they have just really been doing this thing in this comic. This comic is really just one of them beat 'em up goons type of comic. Nothing's really there yet. You can tell they're just getting into the new plot of the story. Nothing's really solid yet, but it's a good comic. Just Flash running around, saving people off an airplane, using his powers. Beautiful scenery. It's a good fun. It's a good fun. It's, put it like this, it's a good filler issue. It's definitely a good filler issue. That's exactly what it is. A good filler issue. A villain that you probably won't see again for a while.
Yep.
I mean, come on, with a name like Spitfire, I'm pretty sure she's not going to be around too long. I mean, so I give this comic a 3.5 out of 5. It's a great comic, a great filler comic. There were other comics I could have picked this week, but the reason I picked this is just because this is such a fun comic. It really gave me that 80s, 1970 nostalgia, like when I read them books from that age, just because it was a good, fun, old-fashioned Flash comic.
Yeah. And that's really good, Darryl, because I feel like with so many books on the shelf now, it's really important for the big two companies, Marvel and DC, to really step up their game. And I feel like both Marvel and DC are doing such a great job on comics right now. But I guess we should kick it off.
Yeah, man. So we'll kick it to Allie with the indie review.
Hey guys, it's Allie with your indie review, and today we're going to be doing one of my favorite series, Adventure Time. And this is Pixel Princesses. It's a one-off. It's black and white, but it's pretty much starting out with Lumpy Space Princess throwing herself a surprise party because she just is so desperate for friends. But given her drama and how loud and obnoxious she is, a lot of the times the other princesses kind of like shove her off or whatever. So everyone gets to the surprise party and they're like, oh wait, you planned your own surprise party? That's pretty lame. And so LSP feels really dejected, and so she's like, I don't even want to be a princess anymore. Meanwhile, outside, little Bima's like, all I want to do is be a princess, and he wishes on what he thinks is a shooting star, but it's actually LSP's crown being like thrown out the window, because he was told that he couldn't go to the party because he's not a princess. So one thing leads to another, and all the princesses get sucked into BMO's, video game console, and they realize they have to battle a series of bosses in order to learn about themselves and about friendship. So it's a really cute story. I'm a 26-year-old woman and I love Adventure Time. I think it's very clever, well written. It's also great for the kids, obviously. It's just telling them about the power of friendship and working together and making personal sacrifices for the betterment of others. And it's just super cute. And they're princesses. You can expect to see LSP, Embryo Princess, who I wasn't really aware of, Breakfast Princess, Muscle Princess, and Turtle Princess. So it's a lot of the people we don't necessarily get to see in the TV show, so that's pretty rad. So I'm going to give it a nice 3.5 out of 5 stars. I still really, really love the regular Adventure Time title as well as Fiona and Cake. But this is a nice little solid one-off, and I highly recommend you guys check it out.
Yeah, so it tasted like soup. It's never happened to me before. I've been down there so many times, it's never tasted like that. Hi, I'm Jacob. Welcome to the movie reviews. Now, instead of reviewing a movie, something is coming very soon that I'm very excited for. Oscar season. Ooh. As a movie fanatic such as myself, I always watch the Oscars. This is my Super Bowl. This means everything to me. I like to try and predict who's going to get Best Actor, who's going to get Best Supporting Actor. This year's been crazy. I mean, there's a movie that just came out with Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep, heavy hitters. And it's not even going to get nominated because it came out in 2014, not 2013. I'm happy to see that because, I want to see Jennifer Lawrence win. Though she won last year for Silver Linings Playbook, she did a great job in American Hustle. Let's talk about American Hustle for a second, which I saw. Amazing film. Christian Bale is definitely going to be nominated for Best Actor for this movie. And Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal might have just finally did maybe the impossible and overshadow Amy Adams. Amy Adams is in like an Oscar-nominated movie every year and does an Oscar-nominated performance every year. So those two are going to be going to war, perhaps for the same movie. It's just who do you consider Best Supporting Actress or Best Actress. It's going to be an interesting run. Now, DiCaprio. Man, this is my guy, man. First of all, he did The Great Gatsby this year, which was really cool. And then he also did Wolf of Wall Street, which was amazing. This is a guy who pushes out an Oscar-nominated film practically every year and has not won yet. Last year, Django. 2010, Inception. The list goes on and on. Titanic, Catch Me If You Can, Gangs of New York, Daniel Lewis was in it, he can't win. But no, The Aviator, you can just go endlessly with a list of DiCaprio movies that just did not win. But it's fine because I think he's got it this year, and if he doesn't, then, you know, I'm gonna stab EGO4. Now, truly tell, EGO4 is nominated for 12 Years as a Slave, which I hear is one of the most amazing performances he's held all year, plus Brad Pitt's in it, it's got a supporting cast of ridiculousness. I imagine it's going to get high marks, but it's probably not going to win because of the timing. It came out early in the year, and movies that come out early in the year don't stand that good of a chance because, well, movies like Wolf of Wall Street are fresh in our head. We're fresh people. Same goes for Fruitvale Station. Now this year, a lot of black films and black actors are nominated for these Oscars, which is very interesting. Never been this many black films, but a lot of people are feeling that the black films are going to lose their shine and lose their appeal because of how late it is into the season. I mean, Fruitvale Station may have been amazing, but that came out like 9 months ago. You see what I'm saying? Now, staying in that race though is Mandela. Now, Idris Elba is an amazing actor, and I have not seen Mandela, but if Idris Elba just did what Idris Elba did, or does, then it's going to be an amazing film. Not to mention, Jamie Foxx, he did an amazing job as Ray, and Ray Charles died the year before, and Oscar. So, Idris Elba is like, my pick is the only guy who could really take it from DiCaprio. Now for Best Supporting Actor, Bradley Cooper in American Hustle did a great job. But I'd be really mad if personally, it didn't go to Jonah Hill for his performance in Wolf of Wall Street. Like, he was amazing. He's still funny, but yet he got serious. It wasn't Moneyball where it was just like, up, straight, switch to serious. No, it was actually like, this is funny. There's also a lot of talk about Gravity. Now, me, I'm not personally interested in it. George Clooney and Sandra Bullock floating through space alone. It's Castaway in space, and I really don't care, people floating in space, but I hear the acting is provocative and amazing, and George Clooney never goes to the Oscars without leaving at least a pat on the behind. So I imagine it's going to win something. What, I have no idea. Best Animated is looking like it's going to go to Frozen right now. It's going to be a crazy year. Like, this year's going to give me a heart attack because, like, I got my wins. I know who I want to win. I'm not sure for Best Picture yet. I would just go and say on Wolf of Wall Street because of how cool it was, how much I liked it, but I still have so many more to see. Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks is murdering this year because he did Captain Phillips and he just did Saving Mr. Banks, which, to give a quick review on, amazing film, quite boring. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 for making me sit through that long, boring, depressing movie that was supposed to be by Disney and about Disney, but so sad. But Tom Hanks did an amazing job in both movies, so he's a double threat this year, and Tom Hanks is a former multiple-time winner. So this is going to be a real crazy year. I know who I want to win stuff. Next show, I will give you all my picks of which I think is going to be the Best Picture, who I think is going to be Best Actor, and Best Supporting Actor, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress. Deuces.